That was a 2-0 for the Tundra team and closed in that top 2 finish of the tournament. Still looking for the brightest colors. That 400k you win from the tournament.
Now, the last day here, it's going to be full 8 games, Panda. So I'm thinking this is a classic Parivision lineup. If they lose with this, I mean, Falcons, all power to them. They're definitely going to be proving that at the moment they're the better team because they kind of crushed your Phoenix offlane twice with 2 different approaches to them. But I think that Parivision, this is exactly what they've been playing throughout the tournament with a lot of success. So yeah, it's not going to be an easy one.
Yeah, the whole gameplay style of poking on the side of Parivision, but you also need this Tiny to somewhat snowball in the early game. What if they don't? Do they just get cornered and you lose the map? You don't want to play from behind as a Slark.
It still comes down to how strong the side of Falcons are going to be, right? Because this Falcons lineup can work in various ways. Either you're going to have a very strong gyro, and if you have a very strong gyro with an Omni Knight behind him, then that's a problem for Parivision, because you won't be able to poke him all that much or toss him back. Speaking of which...
Oh, Skitter might just be first-blooded here. DM, one more hit required. But the Tango region will kick in and the blood grenade running out. Gyro's going to be okay. Some damage dealt back to 9 class. Almost a first one there for Parivision.
Yeah, but it doesn't really count until you take away all that HP. But overall, the second approach from Falcons is this Magnus, because you do have the repositioning tool with the bounty giving you vision. It's a little bit tougher, we talked about it, versus the Slark on the other side. But it is still an opportunity for them to go forward. So overall, those 2 things have to work for Falcons, even if the lineup of Parivision isn't working. So it's not that easy to make happen. You need a very farm gyro, or you need a Magnus that is getting all the grabs versus probably a superior vision lineup. So definitely easier to make the gyro strong, but we'll see if they can make it happen.
And a lot of melee heroes this game. We have 8 melee and 2 range heroes. 3 range heroes and 7 melees in this game. Majority there for the Falcon side, being 4 and 1, which is the winning strat, at least in Immortal pubs. The highest win rate is on 4 melees and 1 range.
It's weird, right? Usually you're thinking 3 ranged, 2 melee, or 3 melee, 2 ranged. But currently, in the current meta, the fat melee heroes are doing well.
Everyone enjoying their piece of farm the early minutes. Marine trying to make a skewer play onto no one. He's not going to fall for this one, even with the shockwave slow. A bit annoying for the Tiny.
That lane is going to be fun, right? You have the toss back, you have the skewer back. A bit easier maybe for the Tiny to get that one in, but even if he gets it in, gets the toss out, there's always a skewer for him to be okay. Yep. Meanwhile, top.
Oh, Skitter dropping low again, but Snaking is also in trouble. The Fire Spirits and right clicks, he's ticking low, 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 and there we go. DM will get the first blood. He'll get the Parivision crowd excited again.
Level 2 Fire Spirits. And this time around, I don't think that like a Lifestealer, as the lane progresses, is going to be getting harder for the Phoenix. This lane isn't going to be that tough for him. You start on the Gyro, you take away his HP, Omni Knight saves him, and then you turn targets. The Gyro doesn't have enough HP to go forward, and the Omni Knight is just a sitting duck.
One pretty interesting thing about this bottom lane mechanic here is you got 4 melee heroes, constant battling, and Elder Titan's like, ooh, I get to hit people. I mean, the Collis does hit quite hard on this Elder Titan, and level 3 is going to be even harder, but
coming back.
He is really extending his limits. Amar is dropping low, but so is the Collis. It might be Crit who gets the kill. He will. Satanic hoping. Oh! Crit takes it away, and he gets the double on the bounty.
Get outplayed. Amar finding a way to juke through the trees, and while that is happening, Bounty is just poking them. He got a double blood grenade, and in a 4 melee lane, it's very easy to make that happen.
It's going to be an absolute skirmish there down in that bottom lane, and of course with Doom denying himself pretty much to the tower, split kill for the both Parivision heroes who were both dead. He'll come back to the lane with full resources.
Usually when you're not focusing on the Slark and he gets this many right clicks in a lane, you just have to run because he's going to be way too strong. But one thing that Falcons were doing is that they were poking him a bit, making sure that he just cannot commit all that much. And then when he thought that he had an opening, it just wasn't there. That is huge from Falcons. We already saw what a Bounty Hunter can do.
Trying to make another engagement onto Amar. Fighting back versus Satanic. Crit's going to be a bit late for this one, but it doesn't matter. There's a flag bearer creep as well, so it's a 3 versus 2 fight in favor of Falcons.
He doesn't have a TP, and Ducalis is looking at his dead as well.
Ooh, Crit will find another opening there to finish off the Ducalis. The movement speed slow is going to be enough
Denied.
for the Jerkin, and 9 class denied. Skitter will not be as lucky as his counterparts in the bottom lane, finding a couple kills. He's missed out on some CS chasing for this one. And if you look at, I would say don't Google this Gyrocopter's net worth for now, but I think things will turn out for the better soon. No one, however, also not in a very fun place, as Maureen will take him down. He'll give the tip and the happy face.
Yeah, getting level 6 before his mid lane counterpart.
And a double happy face.
Exactly. When you do not have a level 6, you're 0 armor tiny underneath the tower. It's
Scared to translate?
damage.
Under attack.
I don't know what that means. Oh,
Don't be nervous. Thank
Oh,
you, production. Okay, all right. Little mind games going down there in the mid lane in good sportsmanship. But
Yeah,
look at
if you
this.
say so.
I mean, he's already charging in for the next one, so I can see Maureen is probably not that nervous here. Satanic and Ducalis getting pushed out. Satanic down. I mean, I should have brought this one up. The moment I saw the Doom versus the Slark is that Chain Lightning that makes it unbearable for a Slark to lane against. Unless you have some healing tool to assist the Slark to stay in that lane longer, like an Enchantress just pumping you up with heals. Chain Lightning makes this lane nearly unplayable for a Slark.
And it is a disaster for Slark to be this far behind, right? This hero is the type that needs to constantly scale. You don't have to be the top net worth, but you always have to have the capability to go in and out. At this point, this Slark, he goes in, he's dead. Every time.
Every time.
Both of the Wisdom Runes gonna be traded, so Crit, he thought he was being cheeky, but so were Parivision.
Well, at least Ducalis was fast on his feet. Meanwhile, DM's already finished off a tower in 7 minutes. That's how hard of a time this Gyrocopter is still having. He's just forced to jungle. He realized that we cannot lane versus this double range match.
Yeah, both of the carries are having a really tough time, and I think they thought about it. They thought that the Omni Knight was a good response to the Phoenix. Not sure if Falcons are gonna be holding the same idea for the next game if it does happen.
Yeah. Well, snaking. Maybe now's the time for you to actually carry the game. Yeah.
Not with an Omni Knight.
Not with an Omni Knight.
Yeah.
The old Omni Knight would have been able to do it, but not this one.
No, this one doesn't really do much. You need somebody in front that is gonna be big and strong. And Malrine and Amar though are having pretty good games at the moment.
Yep, all right. Crit lets the region go. He sees that he might actually die if he shows taking it away, but now he still might actually die. Potentially Malrine is there though with staking, and he's gonna be all right. No one, if he was a bit closer for the avalanche range, maybe then things could have changed. But they've sent DM down into the mid lane. They would like to pressure that mid T1, noticing a vulnerability in Falcon's defense.
And there's the repel. One interesting thing about the repel, he gives you debuff immunity, but it doesn't purge, so you cannot take away the lasso. Some stuns are just gonna persist, so it is a bummer, right? Especially versus an Elder Titan, because you'd love to remove that sleep, but no such luck.
Oh, Satanic is lining up the Midas here in the Slark, so we're gonna build up some comeback on the hero.
He definitely needs it. He knows that he's not gonna be the Slark that is running in, you know, the old Ramsey Slark jumping into the enemy triangle. Something that we did see from Parivision as well in this tournament, but this game it just won't happen.
Yeah. And it will also take some time for the Gyrocopter to get up to speed too, considering you need the early levels and you need like 1 to 2 laning items until your jungle really starts to work out. Outside of that, it is pretty difficult to jungle as a Gyro, so he'll need some time. But as you mentioned, both carries having not that awesome of a time, but both offlaners, however, on top.
Oh, they're having a great game, and they're probably going to be seeing Amar trying to doom this Phoenix. If it's an opening, that would be a huge kill to get.
Trying to find a first track kill here. They'll drop the Doom onto Kalis, but as soon as they do so, he's got the urn on him. He's dead.
Yep.
Deny,
he's gonna try
maybe?
to deny.
Aww, Tix comes out on an unfortunate tone moment, but for Amar, he's going to be happy that he'll get this one, and it is a track kill.
Doom kill, track kill. That's actually quite nice. So when you have a bounty hunter, you just don't mind dropping some big spells. They see snaking.
Dire's courier has
Both
been
just
killed.
burning raindrops, but not taking any damage from the toss. Meanwhile, 9 class applying pressure onto Crit, the level 6 bounty. He also doesn't get a deny for himself, as DM will get his killing spree.
Very important for 9 class to be a part of these kills, because he's really lacking in the experience department.
And this is a day and night from this Phoenix. From game 1, he was very hidden. Game 2, DM, he's everywhere.
Yeah, this is the DM Phoenix that we've been used to, right? The guy who crushes his lane, and then he goes around the map killing everybody. One thing that prevented him from doing that in the previous game was the lifestealer. There's no lifestealer now.
Definitely made his game a lot easier to play now. No one has that blink lined up. There'll be about 900 gold for him to finish it.
Malrine will have it a lot earlier, right? He's just 200 gold away. You really want to pressure this mid lane tower before the Magnus gets the blink, but I don't think it's going to be dropping. So Parivision, they're going to have to deal with the blink skewered backs.
Dire are scanning.
And you talk about those track kills as well. I think it would be important to get this Magnus joining in with that RP.
Yep, you're probably now, when he has the blink, going to be trying to get a lot of those pickoffs around the mid lane, because there's always going to be somebody there that is going to be hungry for experience, and then you just pick them up.
You got 9 class right in front of the T2 here. Crit, and from the side also Amar. Keeping tabs open on the situation. The bat ends up overextending. Could be a kill for Falcons.
Oh, Falcons are preparing for a smoke here with the blink dagger.
Let's see what they can do with it. And who do they find? Can they kill maybe the Phoenix? They actually see him moving here towards the high ground position. So DM, gotta be quick on your fingers here. If you want to dive away before you get hit by the skewer, they don't actually follow him there. They see the ET, they see the Tiny, they want no one. There's the RP coming out, the Doom after as well. Malrine will take the shield rune away. DM trying to give a bit of protection for his buddy. Can he live through that Doom? Amar's got some slow attack speed, even blood grenades flying in from Snaking, and Falcons will get the Tiny down.
Yep, kills around the mid lane, they're going to be happening. Also Crit, he wasn't a part of that smoke and he didn't want to TP, but as soon as they smoked, he started running towards the mid lane, understanding this is where those kills are going to be happening. I'm very glad that they didn't run up the high ground to just try to kill the Phoenix, because that's like the strongest hero, but they went for the opening around the mid lane where you do have vision. Just get anything you can, and in the end, I mean, they got a Tiny, considering that he is rushing towards his blink dagger at the moment. That is a pretty nice skill to have, but he still finished it in the end, so not the biggest of deals for Parivision.
Still both the carries in 5th and 6th position in net worth. Slowly getting closer to the rest of the pack. Not too far behind of the Magnus and the Tiny now.
Gyro still needs some items to start farming properly, right? And the Slark already has his Midas, so he should be able to get closer to the rest of the pack a little bit faster.
Also a Vessel now ready for Crit. It's going to be pretty useful. No one gets the Avalanche. He sees Crit, the toss back, and there's the Stomp coming in from the ET. And slowly but surely, that resistance is dropping on the Bounty Hunter as long as that Astro Spirit's going to be on top of him. It's taken a while, though, because this hero is so damn tanky, but no one will take down Crit in the end. Meanwhile, Satanic fighting with Amar. Just a quick reminder that the Slark has finally been able to leave the jungle and show up in the lane.
Yeah, he's just poking because he knows now there's no Doom, so he's trying to force out some rotations and reactions from the opponents. I mean, without the Doom, it's and the RP, it's very hard to think if you can actually kill this Slark. It's almost impossible.
I just love how the majority of the pushing here from Parivision is Tiny Toss. Literally Tiny Toss on the tower. They don't want to end up going too deep. There's still that blink skewer that could happen on any objective.
Versus the Magnus, that is how you push, right? You go slowly. You don't want to think, oh, I'm this big, strong hero, I can get away with anything. If you get out positioned, you're going to go down. So that is quite smart from them. Now Parivision are the ones going for smokes, but they see Satanic.
They see Satanic indeed, and he's going to get doomed up, even with the Dark Pact. What can you do? Malrine will finish off Satanic and will force 9 class to try and run away. But Malrine is coming in with a skewer and he will drop another track kill. And a double for Malrine. No one tries to retaliate. Big burst on Crit and Malrine on the egg place down. They'll get 2. They cannot cancel Amar's TP, but a trade does take place.
I really like the no hesitation coming out from Falcons. They get their doom and they know what they need to do. I think that is a spell that in this game it's very important to follow his timing. You don't usually follow the timing of every single cooldown, every single ulti. You kind of have the feeling of it, but I think knowing exactly when the doom is coming back up is so important for the Slark. It's the only thing that kills him, and you need to keep tabs on that. As they continue to push here in the mid lane, we're gonna have a breather here, an opportunity to write exclamation mark F in the chat, everybody. Follow Fissure. We're gonna have so much more content in the tournaments to
That's
come.
so much more going on as well. If the RP comes out from Marine onto 2 as DM and 9 class, they'll take the big brunt. Namar dropped down to very low HP. No
He's
one
still
looking
alive.
for an angle to finish
They
up the
see
tomb.
him.
Can they get to him though? Dakalis on the side tries to follow it through. Skitter will get a kill off of 9 class. No one. Another toss.
Slark is
onto
rotating.
Crit this down to half. And Satanic, can he get involved
It
in
is
the action?
nighttime.
He's waiting in the river. The skewer back onto no one. They'll get a kill off of the Tiny. Stomp on 2, but not an angle for the Slark to participate.
No, he came over to finish off a hero. If you get one, then the chase for Parivision is amazing with the extra vision that he's going to be giving you.
Radiant's
But the
middle
second
tower
that you
is
lose a
under
Tiny,
attack.
this lineup doesn't work without him.
Dire's
So I see how it is. We're doing accidental tips now. This DM, quick
No
Icarus
egg.
dive to safety, but still there's some damage coming through. Crits right under him, hoping to finish him off with the Vessel. 9 class and Dakalis keeping them at bay. No one is
Tiny's
respawning
coming
right
back,
now.
yep.
And they cannot really get too many hits on Satanic. He's got no essence shift stacks here. Slark just cannot find an opening to join in.
That was just perfect from Falcons. They're just looking at the timer of the Tiny and they're thinking, how much more time do we have to continue with these chases? Unfortunately, they didn't have enough damage to finish some of those kills in Satanic, giving vision.
I think
and an
we're going to
opening.
keep on going for more. There is the Doom still up on Amar, which would allow Falcons to stay in the area. Snaking goes down to DM,
is under attack.
and the tower will fall.
Dire's
So
middle
Parivision, they
tower
get
has
something
fallen.
out of this after losing a couple of
Radiant's
heroes.
top tower
They won't be
is
left
under
empty-handed.
That tower going down is so huge, right? Because with the Magnus, that is where you want to get all of those kills and elevate your net worth with the tracks. Without that tower, it just becomes so hard to get kills around the mid lane, especially in the next 3 minutes while it's still nighttime.
9 class is going to have that blink up soon. We're going to have some lasso plays coming in from Parivision. Very important to try and isolate a hero. Most importantly, when I think about it, if you can grab the gyrocopter and take that big source of damage away, there's only a limited amount of burst that Falcons would have with the mag, with the Omni Knight Purification.
Parivision really want to establish the lead right now while it's still nighttime.
Marine is stuck in the river. The RP is there. They'll push the Phoenix in the river. Doom him up. No one coming for the
Huge
rescue.
damage.
Lasso there as well. Can Parivision win this one? As Snaking is dropping. 9 class will take that one. Pushing Marine and Skitter away. Dakalis taking huge damage from Skitter's rocket barrage, but he wants to keep the pressure up. Satanic comes in as no one tosses in the Slark and gets him involved.
Hello! Ducalis, he is writing in the chat. That was amazing. They found the Phoenix. I don't think DM even needed to buy back for that one, but he did. He came in with a little bit more of the damage, but what a turnaround. And this is what you have to be careful. You talked about it. 4 melee heroes, and then the Gyro who also wants to get close. Those avalanches, those echo stomps, a lot of them are going to connect on multiple heroes.
They might just end up running into these situations multiple times throughout the course of this game, so Falcons do have to pay attention as well what Parivision has to offer, even if they have Doom and RP, which are excellent teamfight abilities. But surely that stacking up and grouping up can be deadly. You can get so much out of the crash landing toss in a game like this.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, if there's a spirit on top of somebody, what is the level of the natural order? Okay, it's maxed out right now. It's gonna be like 30-40% of the HP on most of these heroes on the side of Falcons.
And with the deconstruction facet on top of
Yeah.
it, where you lose a percent every second, up to 20% magic resistance and armor lost. So we've seen that before, how quickly a game can
Radiant's
end
middle
if an
tower
Astral
is
Spirit is
under
on top.
attack.
And that was Miposhka's ET
Yeah.
that we highlighted a lot back then. Though, Falcons have the tools of their own. They have the Agonins up on this gyrocopter.
Dire are
They're
scanning.
trying to play around their own
Dire's
vision,
bottom
poke at
tower
this
is
mid
under
lane and
attack.
try to catch somebody. I think Parivision, now with daytime coming, they're done with these mid lane fights. It's time to shove out the side lanes, play
Radiant's
around
middle
there
tower is under
where
attack.
Falcons actually won't be able to get any big team fights going their way.
Daytime
Radiant's
and
middle tower has
Tormentors.
fallen.
So no shards on Parivision. And this is going to be some, like we like to call it, some honest day's work. It'll take a while for this Tormentor to fall.
But fall it will.
Are scanning.
Ooh, maybe some heroes with it as well. Run! They need more heroes!
They need more people. Satanic, can you please help us out? Even he doesn't have a huge amount of damage, but it will be enough.
And the only one who gets it is the one who didn't do any of the work. That is not honest work. And it is the worst shard ever, right? So they really... Shard on the Batrider? Why would you ever want it?
It's not bad.
It is a catastrophe for a support
there
battle.
are worse shards out there.
Yeah, not for a support. It really sucks. That's a bummer, but going for the Roche. This hasn't been read by Parivision. And during daytime, they obviously don't want to fight, so Falcons are utilizing this time to get themselves the Aegis. The problem is, they're only going to have 1 minute of the Aegis during nighttime, so you really have to find a way to, in the next 4 minutes, force Parivision to fight. It's very hard. I don't think they're going to be giving it to. They won't even mind giving a hero or two, even against the track.
It is DM and Dakalis both behind the T2
Dire's
tower,
middle
where
tower
Falcons
is
are
under
currently
attack.
setting their sights upon. Also, picking up
Radiant's
that
bottom
top
tower
lane.
is under attack.
Parivision considering, can we make a play on the other side of the map? As Falcons is most likely to push down here. So they're looking for a tier 2
Radiant
trade,
structures
maybe,
are
with
fortified.
Satanic leading the creeps in front of the tier 2
structures
tower.
are fortified.
Both glyphs have also been used.
Dire's top
So
tower
what he's
is
doing
under
right
attack.
now on Satanic is he has an Aghanim Scepter, so he
Radiant's
feels
bottom
like he's
tower
very,
is
very
under
hard
attack.
to kill, even
Scan.
harder than was the case previously. So he's trying to get some hate to go towards him.
Dire's
Well,
middle
9
tower
class,
is under
aggressive
attack.
scouting, gonna get tracked up. He realizes that this is probably not the way.
If he kills the creep wave, that's actually quite nice. The range creep, it will live. I thought he was going to use the purification on that range creep just to make sure that he does survive. But either way, it's still alive. Spirit.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
It dealt with backdoor protection. That is the only thing you
Dire's
needed. This tower is
middle
gone.
tower is under attack.
It's the most important part here for
Radiant's
Falcons.
bottom tower has fallen.
Another objective out from the map. Still have a T1 and Tier 2 in the top lane. No one going a bit aggressive here without the backup of his teammates and their TPing in, but they did burn the Doom. And DM finds an opening onto Crit. He'll drop this Bounty Hunter. Get him out of the way. 9
Lasso's
class.
ready.
Look at the flame break onto Amar. The lasso is there. They'll pull him in. And Parivision will be happy to find 2 kills despite the Aegis advantage on Falcon's side.
Yeah, he has the Eye of the Vizier. I'm looking at it and like, that's a very long-range lasso coming out from him. So he picks him up. And I think this is going to be the name of the game for Parivision, finding openings. And it's so important that it's no one, right? This is the guy that has the most experience. This is the guy where Rezo said he calculates if he should go in. That was an awesome calculation coming out from him. Having the haste, knowing that he's going to escape the Doom once he does get targeted and you force out that huge spell. What does this mean? That a big duration of this Aegis, Satanic, is going to be safe. So now even if you don't fight, he is going to be forcing out rotations and making Falcons not go for any aggressive moves.
Did you notice the Dakalis nice TP comment in chat as well just a moment ago? It was a reference maybe to yesterday where Amar and his Bristleback were in dangerous waters and could have been fine, but
No.
giving in the greetings.
And if you're referencing to that, you can just say that Amar is a Chad.
Well, DM, gonna need some backup here.
The homing missile stopped this Icarus dive.
As tanky as he is, he's gonna
Still
drop
gonna
the
go
egg.
for it.
It's got everyone, but the egg will get destroyed. However, Satanic only now joins in on the
There's
fight.
no Doom.
The leash is on the gyrocopter. Skater's gonna fall. The Aegis is down. Amar has to
He
back
has a
away.
shard.
And without Mulreen, can Mulreen still make a play to save Skater? Satanic's making work. He pushes them away. The call is though. Lasso holds him
dies?
only down for a moment, and no one tosses the tree to take down Skitter. Satanic and no one's dropping to crit, and it's all on the Slark now.
1 versus 3, and the Satanic will do no good. As Slark is down, Falcons live with the 3 remaining heroes on their side.
Malrine, God, what does he do? He sees the Death Shroud on the ground. He knows that the Slark is going to be healing, killing his Gyro in the process. He gets them out, allows the Gyro to do massive amounts of damage, and then, right afterwards, they can just chase down the Slark because he doesn't have any of his ultis. It was just such a bummer that the homing missile stops the Icarus dive. If he gets out there and gets the egg in a better position, this is an easy fight for Parivision. And that Phoenix is also going to be dead for a long time. That was a dieback. He bought back last time.
Yeah, he's going to be gone for a while. But certainly the fact that that egg was in range of all these melee heroes, just where they wanted it to be, they were very happy to get rid of that Phoenix.
We have some live action as well.
All right, looks like it. 9 class to drop to Malrine.
Now it is nighttime now, right? So Parivision, again, they are going to have the advantage of the vision. But the thing is that Falcons, I'd say that Aegis was used quite nicely. They got to a point where their Gyro has the BKB, so he can stand this ground.
Skitter going for the Arcane Rune, doesn't get it. No one's going to be picking this one up. He does have a BKB. Snaking gives him protection with the Omni Knight. And no one is the one who has to use his BKB to run away. Parivision trying to regroup on their side of the map. A rocket's going to fly in just moments onto no one. RP from Malrine. Good reaction from no one to interrupt it. The Depth Shroud is going to be in there. They'll keep Satanic and DM safe. No one, though, very low on HP at the moment. Crit's trying to finish him off another track.
So strong.
They will maybe finish him off. Satanic on the side. There's a Doom up on Amar, which Satanic has to watch out for, but Crit will go down to the Colossus. Nine class with the lasso. They did the gyrocopter. The egg explosion will hold him down. He'll burn a couple seconds off of his BKB in the stun.
No one is going to be coming back soon. You have to run.
Amar's position as well on the side. Okay, he's backing away from the south side of this fight. Skitter continues to drop lower and lower and lower. Satanic, can he get him? DM with deep dive. Amar gets the Doom on the Slark. And he's committing. He's fully committing to this one. He wants to kill on Fishy, and he won't get it. The Doom is going to run out. And Slark lives.
And
no one on another. Skitter down, no one. They'll win the fight in the end on the side of Parivision.
That is just amazing what Parivision are doing. Amar on one side, he's waiting with his Doom. Like, where are you, Slark? And on the other side, the Slark, the only thing that he's doing in this fight, he's giving vision and he's saving his team from the RP. But Falcons, there was one mistake that they made in that fight, and that is starting it off with Malrine being very low on resources. Your Magnus could never jump in, never create the chaos that you wanted, and after the RP, he didn't even have mana for the Skewer out. That's why the Depth Shroud was so easy to place, save the Phoenix, and after that, the chase is on. But Parivision so patient, waiting and waiting for their opportunities.
I just love the way they play that fight as well, where no one... He's not with his team. Malrine has the AD rune. He pops it, but he might just lose it. Pops his BKB to give a bit of a life for himself and the save from Snaking. But Malrine, that duration will not last forever. Still getting burnt. Satanic's there as well. Malrine still trying to run away. DM on the chase, and Satanic will have to back out for now. Won't be able to keep the pressure forever on Falcons. No one was suspecting a jump coming in, so he goes for the Blink Avalanche play. Nobody there, though. 9 class has Grit behind him. And he might have just done it there with the Vessel, but Satanic cancels his TP. He's caught the bounty right under a sentry. Does he have the vision? Crit. Well, he's just going to run under the tower, and I guess that will be his fate sealed.
When you kill the bounty hunter, there's no reason not to just go forward like madmen. Right now, if you're Falcons, you need those lanes to get pushed out as much as possible to prevent Parivision from going for dives. Oh man, I really want to see this again. Let's look at Satanic. He's a vision giver. He's nothing else in this engagement.
Yeah, the chase keeps on going. Forcing Skitter out. Then you look at Amar committing, and no one at some point here just going to charge right after the rest of Falcons, but they finish off the Doom. And he continues to go for more, and there you see him getting another grab and catches 2 heroes with the Avalanche. The toss damage is real. And the nukes. That's a happy no one.
He should be happy. He should be happy. The way that they played that fight was amazing.
And that still gives a lot of hope for Parivision.
see, they still want to smoke. You want to get a bit more of an advantage now. You want to get more of an advantage now before the nighttime ends, but it is ending. It's gonna be very hard.
Well, they got the jump on snaking. Found the Omni Knight.
Dire's bottom tower is under
Maybe
attack.
looking for a more, disrupting the backline, forcing Malrine to blink away. Skitter again in a rough position, but Amar's the one who's gonna get caught by the lasso, has his BKB. And that's being seen. Parivision back away for now. No one. Still trying to stick in range of a potential toss play. Not around everybody of Falcons.
They have every single one of their spells on Falcons, and it is daytime, so finally it's their time to be the ones on the map, the ones with superior vision. Now your bounty hunter is gonna be doing his job properly, but there's a gem on the Slark, so I'm not sure that this bounty hunter is gonna be able to do it.
Snaking also coming up with the buyback on this Omni. Will be still with his team for now, but if they find the Omni again, Parivision can really see some sort of a win condition. Roshan roars in the pits and Parivision charging towards this area. Falcons moving towards the Lotus Pool. Trying to position themselves, posture themselves defensively, that they're capable of reacting.
Parivision are going for a smoke. They want to find an opening. If you can get this Omni Knight down, it is a huge thing. But Amar is the main thing. You have to prevent your Slark from getting doomed.
They are really close. No one hits crit, but Malrine will find him. There's the stomp coming out. They will sleep the bounty. Satanic's going to start building up some stacks on the Slark. Malrine getting pushed back. He's down to half HP. He will be able to move away for now. Still has the RP. And the Doom is still up also in Amar, but they are quite injured on the side of Falcons. They'll have to look for another opening in a moment.
No egg, no ulti on the Slark, but the Slark will get his ulti back. So what Parivision are trying to do is they're just trying to poke, and I think DM there didn't really understand what his team was gunning for. Or maybe he thought that the toss back from the Tiny will be coming out, but he tossed them towards Falcons, just trying to maximize the damage. Slark has his ulti back, and he actually does have quite a lot of stacks.
There's another play. Malrine finds Ducalis. ET does have buyback and the outpost to teleport to, but look at Parivision setting up on Amar. They want to get this Doom out of the way. Can they kill him? They force this BKB too, and he keeps on running away.
BKB is enough.
Looking for another angle in. Sees 9 class.
Go for him again.
The Bat Rider down. Bat does come in with a buyback, and Amar being focused on still. Satanic wants to go in, but he's afraid of that Doom. He knows if he gets hit by it, his fight is over.
He's waiting for his ulti, right? It's really low cooldown when it's level 3, so you just want to have it again, and then you're going to be committing onto the Doom, who now doesn't have a BKB.
Oh, the Emerald caught by Malrine, but the lasso from 9 class! There's a counterplay. No one gets the toss on 3. Huge damage. Malrine out, and Skitter starting to take the man fight versus Satanic. He jumps away. No one also in trouble. Being tracked, they see every move this time he's making,
healing,
and he's gone too.
There's no more Doom.
No one got denied by Roshan as he's taking a stroll out of his pit. Crit, focused by Satanic with the supports right next to him. They are hugging each other's.
He wants more. He knows that his bounty hunter is dead. He wanted to catch somebody else. Not going to be happening, but if they get the Roche out of this, it is still a huge thing for Parivision, because Satanic cannot play this game if the Doom is up. With an Aegis, that changes.
I think they can. With this Slark having this many stacks of Essence Shift right now, Parivision to take this Roshan. Falcons are going to be in a hurry to get back into the pit, but I don't think they're going to make it in time. Roche is already down to half.
It's still kind of slow, right? Even when you have 28 stacks with a Slark, it takes a long time to get the Aegis, and it seems that Falcons have given up. Even they thought this was going to be faster.
They will admit to their fates, and Slark to finish this one off. They got the Gyro, the Shard, so the Tormentor is the information for Parivision that they'll take the Aegis.
Some nice gold, nice Shard coming out from Falcons. Maybe you would have preferred it on the Doom, but either way, it's a solid one to have. But now finally this Slark can play Dota. We're gonna be Satanic. You're gonna be seeing Satanic play completely different than what he's been doing thus far. So what he's been doing in fights is jump in, ulti instantly, try to kill a hero. He gets as many stacks as he can, he goes out, he waits for his ulti again. He's trying to save the depth shot because that is the longer cooldown. But if he sees that he has been caught, that he has to stay in the area, he drops that as well and then jumps out. Now with the Aegis, he's gonna go full in.
The bounty is my nature.
Well, moment to reset at least. 4 minutes. Aegis timer on the side of Parivision. They'll get to play it. And for Falcons, they want to be maybe a bit more cautious about their next move. Lincoln's lined up there for DM. That Lincoln's will protect Satanic's entries into fights.
This night is make it or break it for Parivision. Now with the Satanic on the gyro, Falcons finally have this hero that can stand his ground in front. Even if he gets tossed back, he's gonna be able to survive. So now you have the Aegis, you have the nighttime, you have to get the advantage if you're Parivision. We're gonna be seeing them going very aggressively. I like the itemization, of course. You are gonna be getting those Lincoln Spheres to protect yourself from the Doom, but the gyro has hit critical mass. With the Empower, with the Repel, he's not an easy guy to fight against.
Slowly getting that area together for Parivision to move closer to the dire side of the map. But Falcons are ready and waiting. And there goes Malrine. They're gonna grab Satanic for the first time. He does save himself for now. He's ticking, but he doesn't die. He manages to get out. Falcons didn't use a lot of resources on that, so a quick reminder for Satanic how much damage we can do. That was 2,000 damage dealt to Satanic, and he's barely able to regenerate enough with his ult.
He had to survive there. The second that he used his ult, right, it would have been very hard to use the Depth Shroud before there's a Doom on you, because there would be some stun, some RP, something to prevent you from going for the animation, right? So he probably would have died there, surrounded by enemy heroes. Very nice attempt from Falcons, but they don't have enough to bring him down from 100 to 0. And now we see why he cannot show. If there's a Doom there, he's definitely dead.
Is under attack.
I mean, the spell, the hero was obviously there.
Radiant are scanning.
Maybe some point we're going to get to a point where the refresher is also going to be available for the Doom.
There's going to be a refresher on the Slark as well. I think after this Lincoln's, that he's going to be looking towards the refresher. You need the double ulti, you need the double Depth Shroud as well.
Oh, and I see. I think this is a pretty smart idea. When you're playing against Slark versus this Doom, you pick up the Axe. So even if he's in the Death Shroud, that AoE Axe Doom will take away all that HP regen in the Shroud. So I think this is actually a really smart idea above going a refresher on the Doom and instead picking up the Axe.
That's an interesting one, actually. I
really like it. I really like it here.
But it also takes away, if you're dooming yourself and jumping into the Depth Shroud, you're giving the Slark the opportunity to maybe get force-staffed out, run away, and then it's not going to be easy for you to play the game. So generally you would want to have the Doom onto the Slark, but if you see that he has used his ulti and that he's committing, so he wants with the Depth Shroud, that is a good way. So Amar will probably just change his approach to these fights.
Oh, we have a quick pause as Ducalis apparently is hearing voices, so I hope everything is okay on the Parivision side. But also for Falcons, a quick breather. This team that has been very clean in terms of their execution. When they have made a mistake or two, that's when the downhill has usually started. This team has been so clean in games in general. When you get to that point of getting that one mistake, it comes crashing down like a house of cards.
You're trying to curse them here, Panda. Don't do it, don't do it. Malrine, I mean, the way that this guy's been playing mechanically is just so insane. Every single time he sees a Phoenix diving in, he's stopping him with a horn toss. So he just has this idea or his job in a team fight. But we haven't seen a huge RP. I think it's because Falcons haven't been gunning for it just yet, but this is why I've highlighted this Gyro and his Satanic. Now he's gonna have a Daedalus as well. Is because now, with the Daedalus, with the Satanic, he's going to be able to posture aggressively, thus opening up the potential for a huge RP. So we're going to have to look out for that from Malrine.
Aggressive Watcher removal.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Start with the Dark Pact, able to do so while Falcons were staring right next to him. They are going to be sharing this Invis around by Crit.
Crit is level 18. Right, so it's level 3 tracks. A lot of gold if a hero goes down, and also he's approaching that level 20 talent where it's shared vision with the tracks. So even during nighttime, if you get it just on one hero, this Slark extra vision, you are gonna have your way of countering it. And then Parivision, this game, they bought the gem earlier, right? But Falcons, they're not gonna wait like Parivision did for minute 40. They responded with a gem of their own. You have to have at least solid vision, and if you don't see the enemy, they cannot see you. There's the Daedalus. The Gyro is 100% ready now.
Pretty limited on that vision, especially since there's only the lane ward placed down by Parivision at the top half of the map. That's pretty much all they have right now.
So Satanic is looking for for a Bloodthorn and a Nullifier. He's thinking of being a threat that he can kill supports without them getting anything off. It's definitely a solid approach. I was definitely thinking he's going to be looking towards the Refresher so that the fight is longer for him. But he wants to have this threat of maybe killing the Omni Knight or forcing the Omni to use the Repel on himself.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower.
Closing up on the 40-minute mark is going to be daytime again. And Aegis expiring half a minute ago. Yeah, we are going to be setting our sights towards Roche number 3. Another chance for Falcons to fight back in there. Previously, they got there first. They almost were able to clean up the area, but the buybacks from Parivision were slightly too much. Still some audio issue there on the side of Falcons and Parivision. So a quick moment to reset. Might be a good.
The teams that are playing here, we do want to crown a victor today, so let's get back with game number 2.
He's hunting on Malrine.
Almost finds a catch there with this Magnus. No one also trying to scout in the river, hoping that somebody's going to fall for that avalanche, but no one there. He has an AC also lined up, so there's going to be a ton of physical damage that this Tiny can deal.
Yeah, the multiple Lincolns are now coming out in Amar. He changed his mind. I think he's just thinking, I want to Doom the Slark. That's it, right? That is my job. So maybe he comes back to the Aghanim Scepter, but there's no doubt about it. The game for the Doom is becoming hard. Still, I mean, there was some time passing there in the pause, so we didn't really... I felt like nighttime was close by, but no, there's 4 more minutes for Falcons to assert their dominance on the map.
Yeah, and 1 more minute as well for Roshan to spawn, so fighting for daytime Roshan. Satanic is right, being chased by Amar. He sees where he is, and he's getting slowed by the neutral.
He's so fast on the Doom.
Held by Amar. He's damn fast. A lot of movement speed, plus the zap to also get from the Stormcrafter. Also, Malrine has a Stormcrafter of his own. Doom has a Stormcrafter. Do they all have Stormcrafters?
Some extra little bit of damage. I like the Ascetics cap on the gyro. So if you get tossed back, it's just very important for you to get the or lassoed back, for you to get out of it, get the BKB off and the Satanic. The rest of the team is going to be able to connect. I really want to see if Falcons can bait the big RP onto this gyro. But the way that Parivision have been playing, they really almost never commit onto a target, which is kind of how their lineup works.
Falcons are just sticking together, clumped up. The majority of their heroes just without the Doom for the time being, but fighting for that 42-minute action rune is going to be a DD, or an AD in this case.
Parivision has 4 ninja gears, so they never need the smoke ever again. Though the problem is that no one doesn't have it, and he's the one that should be initiating. He's the only one with the Aviana's Feather.
My allies have earned
Double RP is ready, so you can go for the first one, like what Malrine has been doing, and then the second one can surprise them. Of course, they are going to see it.
Really fast Roshan spawn as well. It's already going to be up in 10 seconds.
Middle tower
Less than a half a minute spawn timer.
That Refresher, it is going to be so huge for either the Doom or the Slark. Maybe even the Phoenix, but I'm thinking you give it to the Slark. Just him having the double ulti and the double depth shot in these fights would be huge.
What about snaking for the Guardian Angel?
There's a lot of magical damage on the other side, so I think with the way that they're poking, that the Guardian Angel isn't that huge of a spell. It gives you some time maybe to reset, but Parivision, if they smell blood, they're still going to be encircling you and then jumping, but Roche is dropping low.
Yep, might just be too fast for no one. He's right outside. He goes in. He tries to find something on the ground. He doesn't find anything. And the RP from Malrine. 9 class will interrupt the Magnus. Pull him all the way back. Malrine pops the Refresher, looking for a big RP of his own. And he's keeping moving back and forth. Skitter doing damage to DM. DM the egg will be placed on Falcons. Skitter was about to go hit the egg, but then he has to turn around. Nobody's joining him. Dakalis running out of this one. Falcons on the chase. Still have everything they picked up from that Roche pit. Even the cheese up on the Doom, and they will spot the Elder Titan Dakalis. Ninja gear or not, that rocket shows where you are. And that's a big kill, 90 seconds gone.
That was the third Roche, right?
Yes.
Where the hell is the refresher shard? Okay, it's on the dude.
Dire's top tower is under
But
attack.
it actually has a cooldown on it because it was in Malreen's backpack when he used his refresher orb. So now they're gonna have to wait for 3 minutes to really have that.
Well, they got it on the Omni Knight now
Okay.
at least here, so now he's passing it onward. Onto the Doom. Meanwhile, Skidder getting tossed back into the base. Titanic will get to work. Get some damage in. Build up some stacks, but 9 class is dead. And Stark is dropping low in a dangerous position. They're gonna lose him. He's doomed up and he's gone for 100 seconds. And Falcons can almost smell victory now from this Roche Pit fight victory to a push down the bottom lane. At least looking to clean a lane of racks, but with the Stark missing, it's gonna be hard for Parivision to try and hold this one.
Are they gonna try to poke at the tier 4s? I mean, just to see if the enemies have those buybacks. We know they don't, but Falcons, they still don't have that info. What a toss!
What a toss! Oh!
He was waiting for that
Literally
one.
spamming the toss down on the ground to his ally.
But it seems the DM didn't react. Yeah, so Malreen is gonna be telling me, you're a genius, man, but being a genius here, it didn't help. And Panda, we mentioned that these Slark lineups, just sometimes one mistake, one misstep from not even the Slark, some of the other heroes as well, can just make these lineups feel so hard to play. And that one kill on the Elder Titan, it just made sure that Falcons, they get the Slark, they get the laner racks. They haven't even used the refresher shard. Doom is going to be waiting for his ulti to come back the old-fashioned way.
And it was a late Roche fight for Parivision. No one still wanted to commit to it, but he already made the decision in his mind the moment Roshan died that he's still going into that one. So he missed it by maybe like a half a second that he could have walked in, get the avalanche stun, steal everything, and then he'd be happy to die for it. But now they ended up paying a higher price with more heroes gone. The Slark dying on the high ground defense. He's going to be up in 10 seconds, but Falcons already got one lane of racks out of the way and setting the sights for some more and getting that top wave pushed in. There's that tier 2 tower they still need to remove.
I like that they got out of that one. So what they were trying to do is get the mid lane tower down. You're playing versus a Tiny. The mid lane is very hard to bring down. If you take out the tower, it becomes increasingly easier to do something about that one. But unfortunately, the Stark did come back and be it nighttime. You make one misstep around that mid lane, and the chase is on. Parivision could get this whole lead down to 0 if you continue with the push. So it's actually safer. Control the triangle. This kind of reminds us of Dota before the map was extended, of controlling an area. The bottom lane is going to be shoving in on itself, and from the triangle, you're controlling the mid. You're controlling the top.
DM gotta be careful as Malreen's gonna catch him. And they prevent that Phoenix from escaping, though the depth shroud is there, but they push him out with the shockwave. And 9 class is hoping to get the Mac, and now Slark is in the middle of it. He's doomed up, and poor Satanic, he's got no buyback for himself as he dies. He's gone for 100 seconds, and Falcons is this much closer again. Another lane of racks to potentially fall. Creeps are coming in soon. They see the backdoor protection. They'll rest for a moment.
And look at the top lane also, right?
Huge wave at the T2.
Huge wave plus two siege creeps, so that tower is probably going to go down as well, and you're going to have the opportunity to get megas.
Oh, what can you do as Parivision? What is the play? No one's looking for a toss, but doesn't get it. The stomp comes right after. DM with the dive in, and oh, DM got caught. The egg's gonna drop, and now Falcons fight the egg. They destroy the egg, and DM dies back on the Phoenix.
They have the Infernal Blade, they have the Horn Toss. Just so many times they've stopped this Icarus dive, and it has been a big deal in the game that he just cannot get his egg into a good position. He was forced to use it there, and no chance to do anything with it.
2 heroes out, a second lane cleaned. And almost mega creeps, 24k lead for Falcons, 1 buyback, it's on no one.
Hex ready on the Bounty Hunter. Once again, Falcons are getting to these insane item timings.
They try to get Skidder, but at the same time, there's another play. They're trying to pull him into the fountain. They'll get a bit of damage, but not enough. It's not nearly enough. Meanwhile, no one was dragged in at the same time.
They have a clip. He has a buyback.
He's the one with the buyback.
1 RP ready, a Doom is ready. It's still so much that Parivision have to think about. And this Nullifier and the Slark, I just don't think that item is doing much for him.
And it doesn't feel very good for Parivision right now. No one trying to go for a toss, but they will lose 9 class. Satanic returns. Doom
need a Doom
is
dead.
up on Amar. The RP from Malrine. That just might be the last blow. And they've got to call us. They'll focus down no one. And Satanic getting body blocked by Amar. But he pounces through the fountain. He's the last one standing inside the base. And it's GG. Falcons call it out for Emco for Crystallis. And we will have a rematch in the grand finals with Falcons and Tundra.
Parivision, they played this lineup well. They were poking for the majority of the game. They